On September 10th, Turning Point USA founder and president Charlie Kirk was brutally assassinated for the whole world to see. Now, one of the most disturbing things that we saw immediately afterwards was just how many people on the radical left were overjoyed by the murder, and nowhere was this more prevalent than in the higher education space. For months, the Leadership Institute's campus reform has tracked lecturers and professors who not only disparaged Kirk after his assassination, but also celebrated the actions of accused killer Tyler Robinson. In several cases, though, this has led to fierce debates over First Amendment rights. How far is too far? Today, we'll examine the case of Ellen Fisher, a third-year law student at Texas Tech University, who filed a First Amendment lawsuit against the university for disciplining her for inappropriate comments she reportedly made the day of Kirk's murder. Now, let's dive into some background. News coverage reports that Fisher and her peers learned of Kirk's death on September 10th during a quote-unquote race and racism class. Along those same lines, it's also worth noting that Fisher is the founder of the local campus NAACP chapter. Once news broke of the assassination, Fisher and her other classmates reportedly engaged in discussions about it. Now this is where the controversy arises. Witnesses alleged that Fisher celebrated Kirk's murder, saying things like, "That mother effer got shot, I'm in the best mood ever, and they got him. This is great." Now, these are statements that Fisher denies making. Separately, however, she made the following post on Facebook on September 13th. "It's not about the First Amendment. It has never been about the Second. Domestically, what do you say when a kindergartner takes a round to the neck? Did you say anything at all? You watch Gaza and are silent. You support capital punishment. Do you believe in retribution or not? He was a Nazi." The post, along with her alleged celebratory comments, triggered a months-long investigation by the school. The process came to a head on March 11th, with faculty members concluding that Fisher was in violation of the university's honor code policy. Faculty also suggested that a written reprimand should be included in her academic record. These reprimands can become permanent parts of academic records and may affect future employment outcomes. A month later, on April 12th, Fisher sued in response, claiming that the school not only violated her First Amendment rights, but that she was also being singled out and targeted. Specifically, her lawsuit asked the court to block the reprimand. On May 12th, her motion was denied by a federal judge, allowing the disciplinary actions to remain in place while broader litigation proceeds. An interesting part to note is that this is by no means a one-off incident. It's actually part of a much larger legal trend. Many professors and students who were subject to penalties for making a mockery of Kirk post-assassination are now clapping back with lawsuits alleging First Amendment violations. It's worth taking a brief look at just a couple others. One example of this trend is at Clemson University, where a professor named Joshua Biagini was fired for a similar reason as Fisher. However, unlike Fisher, he didn't actually author the comments himself. Instead, shortly after Kirk was murdered, he reshared a post on Facebook to his personal page, although he later deleted the post. The post referred to Kirk's avid defense of Second Amendment rights and read as follows: "I'll never advocate for violence in any form, but it sounds to me like karma is sometimes swift and ironic. As Kirk said, play certain games, win certain prizes." Biagini was eventually terminated by Clemson for these remarks. However, he later sued the school alleging First Amendment rights violations. Through a mediated settlement, he agreed to drop his lawsuit in exchange for agreeing to resign by May 15th, the original end date of his contract. Though he would not be allowed to teach, he would still be paid and receive full benefits. We've seen educators, students, and professors at universities all across the country celebrate the murder of one of the most prominent conservative activists in modern American history. Yet, after examining this case, we're left with an interesting question. Are there any limits to the idea of free expression? If so, what are these limits? Leave your answer and thoughts in the comments section below. I'm Biagini with Campus Reform. Follow along for more campus breakdowns like this one. Thanks for stopping by.